These journals are peacekeepers in my psyche. I don't know how else to say it, other than I get to sort of do these things and work out stuff. They're process pieces. That's what art is. It really is process. You may not be able to clean up reality, but you can certainly clean up things in drawings, you know, because this is how you learn your history, just by doing the work. You don't have to understand it exactly all at the point you're doing things, but you want to be able to just go, wow, you know, let me go find out more.
Kai ko'o ka moana kai lana nei Hawai'i nau e wehe a lulu ka honua haumea.
The arts and creativity gave me my spirit. It gave me a lens with which to see the world. And I went, oh, that's so beautiful. What made that work was just connecting to nature. I was out in the universe all the time, just thinking, wow, I'm just in awe of everything beautiful. And whatever else creates clouds and creates the beach and the ocean is just so magnificent. So that's the connection to spirit too. It's just like, wow, whatever made that, I want to do that and I want to be part of that. That's what being home taught me. And my beloved aunt, Aunty Irmgard.
I dreamed this song about a woman dressed in a mu'umu'u, red and white, and she was singing this song as someone was playing it on the piano. Then I took my pencil and started to write in Hawaiian, just wrote and wrote and wrote, didn't even know what I was writing.
It's my first film, and I have to share that because I loved Les Blank's films. But yeah, I didn't know how to make a film, so I said, okay, I'll talk to him. So he came to Hawaii in '87, and I was able to say, yo, hi, nice to meet you. I said, you want to make a film with me? And he goes, have you ever made a film before? I said, no. And he said, how old are you? I said, 29 or something like that. And he just said, well, okay, you have to raise all this money and do all this stuff. And yeah, so it was like like a rocket ship curve in terms of learning how to do that, writing grants. But everybody loved Aunty Irmgard, so that was the easy part. I wanted to tell her story and our story about growing up in Hawaii. My beloved cousins and I, we lived all on Mokapu. For so many of us, we were raised like that, you know, in our backyards and free to run around, and our parents never knew what we were doing until it was dinner time or something, and there's a lot of that memory. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful space. Lots of love here, you know. And it's kind of heavy, actually. It just has brought all this stuff back. We haven't been here, living here for about 40 years. It's kind of bittersweet in a way.
That on Friday, January 15th, through Sunday, January 17th, 1993, the flag of the Kingdom of Hawaii, Republic, Territory, and State of Hawaii shall fly alone over all the state of Hawaiian buildings in the capital district, Honolulu, Hawaii.
What's incredible about Onipa'a is the event. But Onipa'a had to, I had to be a part of it because it was something I didn't understand fully. So I had to walk towards it, you know, and it was so profound because I realized that the more we get to know our history, the better we are to articulate our history. And that was so meaningful to me. It was like learning on the job, you know? There's been a theft of land. We almost lost our language. All of these things. And then to find all that stuff out, we didn't learn that in high school. We didn't learn that in college. I had to come home and I had a whole bunch of activist cousins and found out all this stuff. It was like, really? A lot of angry Hawaiians. For good reason. And so Onipa'a really changed my life. That event, that time, and the commitment that I made to community and to work in a big way. It sounds corny, doesn't it? But they are love letters. They are love letters to the planet, love letters to the culture, love letters to my family. Even the murals. Because when you don't want to use words, you don't have to use words. You can use color. You can use music, prayer. It's all this amazing stuff that we get to share that's really about Aloha and really about who we are. And, film is so important for me because it tells our stories. And there's so few of us who are able to do that because it's a media that's very expensive. It takes a lot of courage. And, part of the healing part as a woman is to be able to say, I want to do that. Can I? No, you've never made a film before. And I'm not saying art cures so much as it allows you to get a perspective on things. It allows you to understand yourself better, to love yourself in ways that you wouldn't normally. So I have to choose the light and the healing and all those good things. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. I so wouldn't be here. There's been enough really rugged, rough stuff in my life to make me believe that there's got to be more out there. I was 26 and widowed. Really difficult situation with 2 boys. Oh, and I'm going to give up my art too. Not a good thing when you've been an artist your whole life. So that night, I wrote this stuff down on my bedside, and it said, "Pōmaikaʻi e mea hana e, liko noʻi au walua ia'u." And I don't know if I got all of that writing down correctly, because it was in my sleep and stuff. But when Aunty Pua shared what it meant, blessing on the doer of the work, sparkling and radiant, of benefit to all. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna not give my art supplies away. So that kind of was like a big deal. It's a hopeful thing for all of us in terms of believing that spirit is alive and well, and our ancestors are alive and well because they were talking to me. It doesn't have to say, heal me in neon lights. It can say, no, we're not gonna let you give up your art. We're not gonna let you do that. And you don't have to be some, great famous person. How about just for yourself? So yeah, that's kind of cool. And I love sharing this story right now because it makes a difference to me. You just gotta give it up, offer it, and do the work that's been asked of you. So, and that's what I wanted to do because there's so much there's so much kamaha, there's so much pain. I don't need to go there. And there are a lot of our beloved children that need art. We all need art, we all need creativity, and that's what I want to end with. We got to do the art in schools, we got to do the art in prisons, we got to do the art in our families, because that's how we're going to heal. And that's an agent for change.